As we step up to this next picture, remember the question from our visitor, Gary Knight, visiting the Passion Play of Denver. His question was, can we do what you're doing in Denver where I live? Well, the answer was yes. Obviously, the Passion Play of Las Vegas is pictured in this photograph. What you may not see here, and what I won't have time to explain to you, is the path that brought us to the Riviera Hotel and Casino for 8 consecutive seasons, presenting the Passion Play in a room that would seat up to 1,700 people. God opened that door. God alone opened that door and made a way for us to meet people on the Strip. The testimonies were amazing. One guy walked through the door one night and he said, here I am running from God. I walk in the back door of the Riviera Hotel Casino from the South Park, and he said, to the left is the casino. To the right is the convention center. I heard the music. I wandered in. He said, I'm running from God, and here he is at the casino. A guy with tears in his eyes knelt down and gave his life back to the Lord. That's just one of so many stories, and one of our favorites from there for years. Actually came to me through a brother who was playing the role of Christ. He said, Stan, I noticed while I was going into scene 1, there was a dad with his little boy sitting on the second row. Evidently, they got there early. Dad put him right on the aisle. And as he was walking in, Jesus, walking into scene number 1, little boy was standing on that chair, and he was looking as the crowd cried out, Hosanna, Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. He just wanted to get a glimpse of Jesus. Scene 2, a little later, he noticed from up above, looking down into the audience, that little boy was leaning out into the aisle just to get another glimpse of Jesus. Somewhere along the middle, he lost sight of the little boy, but he caught him again as they drug Jesus onto the stage and the scourging, the suffering began. They put him on the scourging post and they began to swing those whips, and that little boy was hiding his face. He was leaning over to his daddy, trying not to watch. Well, in scene 10, the crucifixion scene, the brother who was playing the role of Christ had a scheduled drop right next to that little boy's seat. And here's this little boy looking into the eyes of this man who's playing the role of Jesus, and he's reaching out to him. And in the role of Christ, that actor said to that little boy, he said, I love you. And then they whisked him away. He said, I didn't think I'd ever see him again. Well, following the Passion Play, it takes about, 45 minutes or so to clean up the actor who's in the role of Christ with all of the special effects, makeup, and just make sure he's doing good before he leaves. So it's 45 minutes after everybody else is gone. He's leaving the Riviera Hotel and Casino. He's walking out the corridor to that back exit and the self-parking, and he hears this ruckus in that back entryway. Beautiful chandelier, marble floor, and what's all this noise out there? This little boy that had been sitting in row 2 waited to see that actor leave the auditorium, and he's running around that entryway, and at the top of his voice, he's saying this. He said, Jesus loves me. Jesus loves me. That was his witness to the Riviera Hotel and Casino after he'd seen the Passion Play. And the good news, he's alive.